What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back on another pregame live stream as the Lakers get set to face the Oklahoma City Thunder. This time at home, which means we should run the table, man. We need to get revenge, all right? And this is more, excuse me, this is more than just about Darius Baisley. Um, him dunking on us up 5 points with under 10 seconds to go to run up the score. That's pretty bad in itself. But I've realized something this season about the Lakers. We're not getting the respect we deserve from the analysts, from the players, especially not from the young players. There's no fear. And so the Lakers have to strive to put that fear back in the opposition. Okay. We need this win. And yes, there's no LeBron James, man. I wish him a speedy recovery, right? He has his injury going on. He's going to be out for about a week. That's unfortunate because we got Portland coming up. We got some important games coming up. But I think the Lakers will be just fine. We have plenty of depth. Tonight, we're going to need our main two stars to step up and Carmelo Anthony as well. And we may have the debut of a brand new player. Wayne Ellington's making his debut tonight, according to Frank Vogel. And we have a whole new starting lineup. So, a lot to talk about here. But what's up, big baby? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live chat. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Okay, Lakers Thunder. You guys know what happened the last time we faced them. We lost a 26-point lead and eventually lost the game. We played with our food and we got burnt. That's no bueno. All right, the Lakers have to turn around quickly today, and hopefully we jump out to a lead. Now, I am disappointed with the starting lineup. I'm not shocked since LeBron James is out, but I am disappointed. We are starting DeAndre Jordan, okay, since LeBron is not there. So that's a little disappointing because, look, starting lineup for those of you guys just tuning in is going to be Westbrook, it's going to be Bazemore, AD, and DeAndre Jordan. And who am I missing? Who am I? Oh, and Bradley, of course, and Avery Bradley. So that's the starting lineup. And as you guys know, we're not very fond of DeAndre Jordan getting minutes, let alone starting at this point of the season. But thanks, Miko. Appreciate you, bro. But all in all, look, Lakers, this is a very winnable game. I don't care who's missing, that we have more than enough talent. All right. We need Russell Westbrook to be under control this game. He let his emotions get the best of him the last game, and that's, again, no good. All right, Russell Westbrook needs to have his head in the game and don't stat pad. Yes, we need him to stay aggressive like he's been the last couple of nights, but keep the turnovers low. That way this young team doesn't get out in transition and catches a rhythm, going the other end, getting easy layups and wide open threes. That's the main keys to this game. And, of course, we're going to need your boy Anthony Davis to go back to his dominant ways. He hasn't had a good dominant game in quite a while. And that's not to knock on AD. He's still a beast. I mean, have you guys seen his numbers? He's still beasting. But it's going to be one of those things where we need him tonight because he should really destroy the smaller, unexperienced Thunder. Thank you, guys, man. I appreciate y'all for shouting out the new shirt my girl just caught for me from Burlington Coat Factory. He said, my Thunder starting five is SGA, Dort, Giddey, Baisley, and Favors. Isn't that the starting five that you guys are running? I think so. He said, did LeBron strain himself on that respect dunk early in the game? I'm not sure when it happened, but he's going to be out for a week. And luckily, we can afford to rest our king, LeBron James. All right, we can afford this because we have plenty of talent. And tonight, we get another piece. We're getting another piece coming in for us, man, and that's Wayne Ellington. Now, people forgot about him. The last couple of years, he's been shooting pretty well. Okay, he's somebody who could, coming off the bench and produce some solid offense if we space the floor properly. I also wouldn't be shocked if we see a little bit of Rondo tonight with the absence of our floor general, our primary floor general, LeBron. So, coach has to make some adjustments, that's for sure. I'm a little bummed out DeAndre starting, but I'm not shocked. That's almost like once I saw LeBron was going down, I was rolling my eyes because I knew DeAndre Jordan was probably going to start. So, that is very disappointing, but we have to figure out the rotations. Carmelo needs to be a huge spark for us tonight. Again, like he's been all season long here at home. We're blessed that we're getting all these home court games because Carmelo's coming through. And if we get a chance to win tonight, it'll be our fourth straight victory in a row, which is amazing because I think, is it Saturday or Sunday? I'm not sure. I think it's Saturday. We play the Portland Trailblazers, and our streak is going to be in jeopardy, especially without LeBron. But we're going to need amazing games from our stars for sure. He said Vogel said that the medical staff doesn't believe the new injury is related to the groin injury. That's great news, but we have to sit him out just to be on the cautious side. We definitely don't want to risk anything from LeBron, who's been having a great season. By the way, he's been. It's no coincidence that ever since he came back, the 3 games he's been back have all been victories, right? A lot of the times down the stretch of games, you can see my man LeBron start taking over. And if he's not taking over, he's getting teammates involved, getting them to their spots. That's why he's still one of the best in the game. He said, "What's up, Dan? Thanks for always repping the Lakers in the best way. I appreciate that, King Nate. Thanks for the positivity, brother." He said, "Let's go Lakers, Dan. DTLF better than ESPN." That's major praise for your boy, man. Appreciate y'all. So I did want to talk about what the Lakers have done this season as far as numbers wise. I don't like to get into stats unless we're winning, and then I like to reward our players by talking and praising their stats. So let's start off with Anthony Davis. A lot of people calling him soft and all this and overreacting to it. Now, I've been on the record to saying he's a little clumsy sometimes, and I need him to get stronger in the paint, start from the inside out. But regardless of his struggles, he's still averaging 25 points per game, 11 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 2.4 blocks, and only 2.3 turnovers a game, which is excellent numbers all across the board. He's still putting up superstar numbers. So what do you guys have to say about that? I think we don't praise our guys enough. We're very hard on them, including myself, but I like to give them praise sometimes from time to time as well. They deserve it. I mean, 25 points a game, you don't just sneeze that. Those are superstar numbers, okay? And now let's move on to your boy, LeBron James. Okay, LeBron James is right there with AD. He's averaging 24.8, so basically 25 apiece. He's averaging 5.5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. He's leading the team in steals. Phenomenal from LeBron James. He is averaging 4 turnovers, but hey, superstars do that. I'm okay with it. As long as he's putting up all those other great numbers, we'll be fine, man. As far as that goes. Now, I want to move on to Russell Westbrook. All right, the man who was highly criticized by everybody, including myself, but I still believed in him even when he was struggling. And he started off the season really slow. Some people were just having knee-jerk reactions left and right, talking about we gave up way too much and this and that. Well, he's picked it up ever since. He heard the chatter. He's averaging 19.4 points a game. He's averaging 8.8 rebounds for a guard. We haven't had a guard rebound like that for us in ages. Okay, 8.8 rebounds, 8.5 assists, basically almost a triple-double. Still, 1.5 steals, and 4.9 turnovers. I want him to get the turnovers down to under 4. But you know what? For the numbers he's crunching, I am okay with that. Because he's been getting, he's been tightening it up a little bit more. He was averaging like 8 earlier in the season, but I know he would cut it down once he got comfortable within the offense. Now, him and the rest of the team looks like they're on the same page. Where in the beginning it looked like he was in a different gear at a different speed, and he was out of control from time to time. So tonight I need both of those guys, especially Russell Westbrook and AD. I picked them up both on my fantasy draft, but not just because of that, because I want the win. I need these guys to ball out. All right, come out here. Like, check it out. Darius Bazley. Russell Westbrook does not have short-term memory loss. Darius Bazley embarrassing him in the house he built at OKC. Oh, man. I can't wait to see that matchup tonight. I can't wait to see what Russ does. I wouldn't be shocked if he comes from the weak side and smacks it out of bounds and starts barking at him a little bit. I want to see that fire in Russ tonight, but I also want to see him play under control. For example, if he gets off to a great start in the beginning, he's dunking, getting out in transition, doing what he does. I want him to have a very similar second quarter and second half. What happened last game we played the Thunder, he had a great first half. I think he had like 9 assists in the first quarter. And then he was horrible in the second half. He only ended up with 4 more assists, and he turned the ball over a ton. He had a quadruple double. So tonight, I want to see him grow from that. I want to see him take it personal. Everybody on the team, because nobody should be dunking up on you when they're up 5 with like 7 seconds to go. But I want them also to play smart. If the Lakers can do that, we should have a victory. And of course, what can I say about Carmelo, man? The fan favorite. I've been seeing fans all over Twitter dying to purchase his jersey, man. People have been snapping pictures of Carmelo's jersey at the Lakers store in Staples. So I think it's a beautiful thing that people are actually scrambling for a Carmelo Anthony jersey. I love it, man. He deserves every bit of it because he's been phenomenal. And, a lot of people want to start him. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with starting him. But I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right now, what he's doing off the bench, He's averaging 16.5 points per game, 3 rebounds off the bench, mind you, 3.6 rebounds. He isn't averaging an assist, but that's typical Melo, right? He's not much of a passer. He never turned down a shot. He never seen a shot he doesn't like. And, he's averaging only 1 turnover. So he's doing a phenomenal job taking care of the basketball. Of course, not passing is going to do that for you. For the most part, it's hard to turn it over if you're not moving the rock. But I think Carmelo Anthony is, so far, the early favorite for 6th man of the year. If he keeps that up, I'm going to be super hyped because the depth he adds to this team. And I'm curious, as we start getting guys back, Wayne Ellington is back tonight after a couple of months of being injured since preseason, dating back to preseason, or a month and a half or so. He's going to be back tonight, so I can't wait to see what he brings to the table and how he gets implemented into the rotation. It's a lot easier tonight, though, without LeBron having those heavy minutes to spread those out amongst Bazemore, Bradley, and Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk. So tonight shouldn't be much of a challenge for Coach, but as these guys all start getting healthy and coming together, let's see who's going to be the odd man out and how they take it. Hey, what's up, Chosen One? What's up, man? Welcome. But if you guys have any questions for me, I think I got most of my points off my chest, and now we can get right into so those 4 are the main contributors on the team. Everybody else is below 10 points per game, but that's okay, because it's getting spread across the board as far as production goes. He said it's nice to have a shot maker taker off the bench. It is, huh? It feels like we haven't had that luxury for a while, at least a consistent luxury, because Kuzma was better, much better as a starter than he was off the bench. Off the bench, he was very inconsistent, but it is what it is. Are you getting a Carmelo jersey? If I'm blessed enough, yes, I sure am, man. Got to pay the bills first, but yeah, if there's spare money, Carmelo jersey. I think I'm leaning more towards the Russell, like the gold Russell Westbrook one is tight. I already have the white one. Shout out my boy Quincy for that, but I like the gold one. So I'm leaning more towards that one, but yes, a Carmelo jersey would be dope. I also want a THT jersey, and I want to get, do they sell the ones with the little 75th anniversary Nike emblem, the little diamond one? Because that's the one I want. I don't want the old ones with the Bibby Go or whatever the new production company is that's sponsoring the Lakers. I want the ones with the stripe, man. Those are fire. I don't know about you guys, but has anybody seen one of these modern jerseys? Do they have it, or is that just the NBA version of it that has that symbol? I'm not sure. I'm asking for a friend. He said, hey, Dan, what's your comments about the NBA orders probe into racism claims against the Suns owner from the Philippines, Lakers for life? Appreciate you, bro. Great question. Robert Sarber, I think that's his name, huh? Was this dude born yesterday or what, man? Because how can you be racist in an era where it's just so much diversity in our league? You got to embrace and love it, man. But again, I'll never understand racism. I won't. I grew up in Compton, California, colorblind as ever. And it's just a beautiful thing, when you're just a part of everything around you. You don't exclude anybody or, you don't really see those things. You become a part of the environment. It's a beautiful feeling, man. I've never been anywhere where I've been uncomfortable. Ever. I've never been anywhere where I feel out of place because I embrace every culture and every race. And so it's just puzzling to me to see how these NBA owners are acting like slave masters. This isn't slavery times. Everybody is paid for hire now. So these NBA players, they put out their heart and soul for the city, for the franchise, for your front office, and you can't at least be grateful. That is very puzzling to me, man. It's very distressful, and I want Commissioner to step right in and do the same thing he did to Donald Duck or whatever his name is, Sterling, and remove him. Force him to sell the team. Because as much as I dislike Chris Paul and I dislike all these players on the Suns, nobody deserves to play for one of these slave master mentality people who can't grow up and get with the times. Like, what's wrong with y'all, man? But at the end of the day, I'll say this, man, that's their problem. And I really hope that's the NBA's problem. I hope they take care of it. That's all I got to say about that. It's embarrassing, to be honest, that, we're in 2021 and we have a freaking pandemic and then we have to worry about this idiot's racism. Like, come on, man. But you know what? Let this be a lesson to these closet racist folks that think that they can continue their horrible emotions behind the scenes. Everything comes to the light. Know that. It's better to be straight up from the get, because eventually you're going to get exposed. Dan, did you hear about Henry Ruggs? Unfortunately, I did, man. That's tough as well. I mean, it's always tough when you address a tragedy like that, right? Because you don't want to be judgmental, but at the same time, I feel like you guys know where I stand with this. I stand with the poor girl who lost her life and her family. Like that's who I feel bad for, and that's who I really want to send my condolences to. Now, as far as Henry Rugg throwing away his career, let this be an example for the youth, man. Slow down, and I'm not talking about like physically. I'm talking metaphorically. Like learn to appreciate your environment, learn to respect others, and respect yourself first and foremost. You shouldn't be drinking and driving. Everybody knows that. But then 150 miles, I don't know, man. That's next level assholeness right there. And it kind of pissed me off when I heard the story. But who am I to judge, right? At the same time, though, my love and my heart goes out to the family who lost their young girl, man. Hey Dan, all love, bro. All love, man. Hey, listen, me and you go back and forth at it, man. But I never block you, Danny, because you've been a day one for me, man. And it's no hard feelings. Look, the only thing I'll say about that is, as far as calling Kuzma trash and all this and our disagreements, I mean, that's your opinion. That's how you feel. I can't change that. I only give you my opinion and my take, right? But we're gonna have different difference of opinions, and we can coexist as long as we continue to respect each other. So it is all love, Danny, and I appreciate the donation, brother. My boy said, out of the guys that have been injured, none, Ariza, Ellington, THT, who do you think we are missing the most? My X factor when he comes back, I think is going to be THT. Now that's debatable because obviously you got Kendrick Nunn as well, right? And Kendrick Nunn is a ball handler. He's somebody he's a hooper, So it could be either one or the other. But those two right there, my favorite is going to be THT because I've seen him grow this offseason. And I think him hurting himself, his ligament on his right shooting hand is only going to make him better with his left hand. I broke my hand. So at my fourth and fifth metacarpal a couple of years back, and I was still dribbling and practicing with my left. And when the cast came off and I went to go hoop for the first time, I felt even better than before. And that's at an amateur level. Now imagine the professional level where they got trainers and people working with them. Like, okay, you broke your right hand, that doesn't mean you can't hoop still. So shoot with your left, lay the ball up, dribble, all these little drills. I'm sure he got a lot better. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table when he comes back. And he has a big defensive potential, which I think coach will definitely reward. I think his spot is up for grabs. I think Kent Bazemore's spot is up for grabs. I don't think that's a signed and sealed starting spot. And I really want THC to take that spot. King Jess says, you ready for Brody? Next man up. Stand up for LeBron. Yeah, I wanted LeBron to play tonight because I really wanted this to be a revenge game. I wanted to smack the Thunder by 30. That would be great. If it doesn't happen, at least get a win, though. That's all I care about, the win. I'd be really upset if we lose again tonight. And I don't want to be upset. I'm a happy guy. I'm a very positive, happy guy. But there's certain things that do piss me off, and I want to be in good spirits after the game. So please, Lakers, make us proud and redeem this city, man, by getting a win, because that was an embarrassing loss over there in OKC. So let's just hope that the Lakers come to play today. And what I mean by that is don't play with your food, execute, finish it, clean the plate early. That way, there's no comebacks. And they already believe they can beat us because they've done it before. And without LeBron, trust me, you might think it doesn't matter, but it matters. Their confidence is growing by the minute right before tip-off. So the Lakers will be fine if they execute and do those things I mentioned earlier in the video, for sure. Dan, you ready for the Rams on Sunday? I hope we go 8-1 this weekend. I'm excited, man. Los Angeles sports, it's back. It's never been gone, but it's like in full swing. Like we just won the World Series and the championship a couple years back, or feels like a year ago. So like I'll say a year ago, and we continue to just build, man. Los Angeles showing the world that we always push our chips forward and go for it all. That's what we did with this Russell Westbrook trade. That's what we're doing with my boy Von's. That's what we're doing. So that's what Los Angeles does, and I'm very proud of this city and very proud of our actual teams that we support and root for. And I'm looking forward to football, basketball, everything. We need to win by double digits tonight. I would like that to happen very much. I mean, if the Lakers really want to get me happy, you want to see an excited DTLF post-game recap, then what the Lakers need to do is just execute. Russell Westbrook plays how he's been playing the last couple of days, we're gonna be just fine. Same thing with AD, but he needs to be better. All right, without LeBron, he needs to dominate. I need to see 30 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, and 3 plus blocks tonight. If he can do that for me, we're gonna be in great shape. And of course, take care of the basketball. Try to keep the turnovers under 15, and just rotations have to be on point. All that good stuff. Thoughts on the Lillard's comments? I love how y'all bring all this relevant information and questions forward, man. Damian Lillard, Damian Lillard messed up. He could have been a Laker, I think, based on that whole little article that I read. But you know what? This is what I feel based on what I read, man. And I don't want to judge Dame because I love Dame. I think he's a great guy, very loyal. I respect it. I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite and be like I'm mad at him when I've been praising him for being loyal to the city. All I gotta say about Damian Lillard is this, man, and this is the sad part. I hope he doesn't become one of these players that when we think back at Damian Lillard's career, we're like, he was great, but he's not gonna make the top 75 list in the future because he never won a ring, and that's going to diminish his legacy. He was too hard-headed, he was too stubborn, he never ring chased, so he didn't really care about winning. I hope people don't remember him like that. His thing was, he said he wanted to win his way, which was there with Portland, because he was afraid that if he went to like Los Angeles, for example, or somewhere like that, he said he's been looking at other stars. I think he meant Russell Westbrook and guys like that who have left their city and then got traded and became journeymen. So I mean, you should never be afraid, man. And let me tell you something: scared money don't make money. You can't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone, and I think that'll be his biggest downfall. As much as I love Damian Lillard, and it's all respect, man. I respect what he's doing. It's his decision. I'm not going to criticize it, but too much pride and ego can get in the way sometimes, and sometimes fear of something like, if I leave this city, then I won't be able to establish myself elsewhere. I'll get moved around and stuff for my value. That fear is going to hold him back. So that's the only thing I was disappointed to hear off of that article. But other than that, I respect his decision, and I wish him the best. Except when he plays us. When he plays us, I wish him the worst. But other than that, our matchup is coming up this weekend. So let's see if he regrets his decision or if he's going to look good. Lillard doesn't want to go out of his comfort zone. Exactly. Who you got, Usman or Covington? I like Usman. I mean, this guy's been a dominant force. They've been, he's been an underdog even though he's been dominating. And everybody has talked smack about him and saying, this guy's going to beat him. This guy's the next challenger, the next man up. Nah, this guy is pretty beast, man. Just like my boy Canelo. Shout out to the Mexicans out there, man, watching Canelo Alvarez this weekend, man. We're going to dominate. Y'all know what's up, man. This is routine. We run in the boxing world right now with Canelo, man. He's killing it. So, I'm very proud. And by the way, he's from where my mom's at, Guadalajara, Jalisco. Yes, sir. Stand up. But, it's a blast. It's a blast. I love combat sports. It's awesome. Dan, Ellington is back playing off the bench today, and I have a feeling Monk might not get minutes today with Ellington's returning. Actually, I'm going to tell you this. If I know Frank Vogel, he's not going to – I don't think he'll throw him out into the fire. I'd be shocked if you see Wayne Ellington out there. I think Malik Monk will still get more minutes tonight. However, moving forward, if Malik doesn't start playing better, then yes, I agree with you. I'd be shocked, though, if Wayne Ellington gets more minutes than Malik right off the bat. That sends a bad message to your player. If you're a coach, you don't want to just, okay, I favor this guy more than you. So now you're like Woody at the back of the toy pile. Like, nah, man, you got to make sure that you show love and respect to all your players and don't show favoritism like that. However, if there's a skill gap, like I'm saying THT between Kent Bazemore and THT, then I say, I'm sorry, bro, but THT is the future. Bazemore, you're just a nice little role player. But it depends. But as far as role player for role player, I just don't see that switch, if it makes sense. He said Covington always takes shots on LeBron. He said, Viva Jalisco. That's right, bro. Arriba Jalisco, bro, for sure. Dan, he said, Dame is delusional. I believe he thinks he can be number one option on a championship team. He's too small and plays subpar defense. I don't think it's about that. If you listen to his interview and what he said, if you read about it, I don't know why I say listen, but if you read about it, you understand that it seems more like he's afraid to leave his comfort zone. That's more of my thing. You should never be afraid to leave a comfort zone because scared, like I said it again, I'll say it again. Scared money don't make money. You got to get out of your comfort zone and be able to do things that you've never done before. Any timetable on Ariza, Nunn, and THT coming back? Well, I got some information on THT. I mean, he already removed the stitches and he's already shooting around. So I say THT's within a week and a half max for him, in my opinion. 2 weeks max. Now, as far as the other ones, I haven't heard nothing about Nunn or Ariza. But Wayne Ellington, we might see tonight. He said Reaves throws timely bullets out there. Not just that, Austin Reaves' defense has been tenacious. Somebody was making fun of me because I said he might be the best on-ball defender on this team. And, I say that as a compliment to the kid because I really like his aggression and he doesn't take possessions off. So consistency-wise, I stick by my, my quote. I think he might be the best consistent defender on this team that doesn't take breaks. We have better defenders. Obviously, Anthony Davis with his size and explosion. LeBron James, you could put them all into that category of better than Austin Reaves just due to their size and explosion alone. But these guys take breaks. See, there'll be my gripe with Anthony Davis so far this season is sometimes he looks slow and heavy, and then sometimes he looks explosive and he touches the roof blocking shots, right? But not this kid. This kid, Austin Reaves, for his position, pound for pound, the way he moves, fights through screens, the way you ever seen when they try to body him, they throw, when a big bully guard comes down the lane and he tries to lower his shoulder and push the guy off. This guy always seems to recover and either contest the shot or he'll put his paws, his hands on the basketball and try to rip him. And I'm like, that tenacity right there, I think he's the best pound for pound, just based off of his, his height and his tenacity. On the team on ball as far as consistency goes. But I get it. I get why some of y'all might not agree with me. Clearly, there's better overall skill set defenders on this team, especially like guys like AD. But I'm just telling you, man, for his size and for his position, what he does, he changes the course of this match sometimes, very often. So I look forward to seeing his continued development, and it's going to be awesome to watch. My boy Jeremy, what's up, bro? He said, Dan, is Dwight back? He's probable for tonight, so he's probably going to be a game time decision. But yeah, he's probable, which most likely means he will. He's like a 75% go, which is good. We can use his size off the bench, and I think this is one of the reasons that obviously DeAndre Jordan is starting because now they want to bring Dwight off the bench again. That's probably one of the reasons DeAndre wasn't even starting. I wouldn't be shocked if even when LeBron comes back, DeAndre Jordan's still starting, and I wouldn't be happy about that. The THC is about to come back in about 2 weeks. Trust me. That's about what I said. 1.5 weeks to 2 weeks max. Maybe even earlier. We'll see. Reaves is tenacious. I just wish he had a little more foot speed. You know what? His reaction time and all that will improve as he adapts to the NBA. Remember, he's still a rookie. No matter how old he is, he's still 22 years old, but he's still a rookie. So the fact that he's already been able to dent the rotation the way he has and change the coaching staff mindset of who they want to play, when and where is huge for a rookie, man. It only bodes well for him moving forward. He's only going to get better. Trust. He said, Dan, finally we will get to see Ellington play in a real NBA regular season game for the Lakers. Oh, we used to have Ellington back in the Mike D'Antoni era, so he's pretty familiar with Staples Center. I think he's still capable of having big games for us, but we'll see. I'm very curious to see, now that the competition is getting a little stiffer, who's going to step up out of the pack? Is it going to be Malik? Is it going to be Kendrick Nunn when he comes back? THT? Who's going to be that guy that we just say, whoa, this guy's a beast, right? Who's going to be the Austin Reaves type player that steps up from those veteran guys that have experience? I want to see. Because right now, the most impressive guard that we have had, to me, has been Austin Reaves. And he could have easily started if he wasn't a rookie. But obviously, he's going to go with Avery Bradley and Ken Bazemore because they have experience. Frank Vogel has proven time and time again. All right, he's proven time and time again that he's a veterans coach. So he prefers the veterans. And I'm okay with that. But when the young guys produce, you have to reward them so that they keep playing hard for you and they continue to stay inspired and ready to go. If the THC is going to throw down some nasty dunks, I'm looking forward to it, man. That's my guy. Replace DeAndre Jordan with Jay Huff. A lot of people have been saying that, Martin. But again, I haven't seen Jay Huff, so I can't agree or disagree. I want to see how he plays first before we throw him in the fire like that. He said Wayne better shoot lights out. If he could just replicate what he did last season, I'd be happy with it. He was at around 40%. All right, if he can do that, wow, it would truly help out. But our shooting has gotten a lot better. Our fast breaking, I think we were like in the bottom 20s at fast breaks last year due to the injuries and stuff, but also due to the lack of depth and the laziness from Dennis Schroeder. We weren't a top 10 fast breaking team last year. This year, I think we're a top 3, if I'm not mistaken. Go look at the rankings. But we're improving in certain areas, and I love that. Now we just got to implement a half-court offense, take care of the basketball, and defend better. And we're going to be really good. Dan, I don't get why LeBron always misses games against my Thunder. I already told you on Twitter, man. Father Time is undefeated. No matter how much of a beast LeBron James is, and he is a beast, all right? He's like Thor out here, bringing down the Thunder at 36 years of age. Amazing. But he still has to nurse his wounds, man. He's still going to have injuries that he's probably never had before when he was younger. And, I'm saying you're probably too young right now to understand. But even me that, I have basketball injuries that linger way longer than when I was in my early 20s. Now that I'm starting to get into my 30s, right? So age is different, man. Age is different. And when you get banged up, your body takes a little longer to heal and recover. Maybe if he was in his mid-20s, he would have played because his injury would have, gone away within 2 days or whatever of rest. But, at the end of the day, look, I respect what LeBron's doing. And we have, we're blessed enough to have the talent to pick it up where he leaves off. Jamie, he said, Blazer fan here. I'm glad Melo was able to be a part of the Blazers and remold his game. He said, and I'm rooting for him to have a great finish to his career. Man, that's great. That's really classy from you, man. Shout out to the classy Blazer fan in the chat for sure. Yeah, man, I mean, Melo's just such a likable guy. It's hard not to like Melo. I've been rooting for Melo. As soon as he left Denver, like I became a bigger fan because I didn't used to like Denver back in the day. Now it's different, Denver's different, but I loved him on the Knicks. I didn't really like him on the Rockets. I think isn't that the next team he went to? But he didn't get much of an opportunity. Mike D'Antoni is like that. He's you got to play his system or you're out. And I don't get it because Melo would have fit perfectly in that system. Green light shots, no defense. That was Melo back then. But then I feel like you're right. When he went to Portland, he learned discipline and he humbled himself, and he bought into a bench role or role players, and became a third, fourth type option on a team. And he's a different animal now because can't nobody off a bench hold Carmelo Anthony, and this guy can give starters buckets. Imagine what he'll do against bench players. We're starting to see what he does against bench players, and it's truly, truly spectacular, man. He's a fan favorite here already. They chant his name even more than they do LeBron's or AD's. And that tells you that Laker fans are very awesome, man. They really understand the game, and they know what type of players need more encouragement. Now, I'm not saying that they get more hyped with Melo than they do with LeBron, but I'm saying, like, have you seen when he enters the game how hyped they get? It's a beautiful thing, man. And he deserves it. He deserves the praise, and he's going to get people are starting to understand that the Lakers franchise and our fan base is very special, man. We don't just treat youngsters very well, but we also treat veterans especially very well because we understand what they've done throughout their career. And this is a great place to come once you want to settle down and play your final couple of contracts before you retire. And that's what LeBron figured out. That's why he came here. Meta World Peace came here for the same reason. A lot of veterans have come through here. Gary Payton, a lot of people have come through here because this is a great place to get your right off into the sunset. Laker fans are very educated. We respect our elders, man. We love our veteran guys. I mean, Derek Fisher came back for a second time in his career, and he retired a Laker because of the same reason. It wasn't the same anywhere else. There's only one place like Staples Center, man, nothing like it. So I'm glad Carmelo Anthony made the right choice because he was thinking about going back to New York, which would have been solid for him, but he fits way better here, man. Way better here. And it's a beautiful thing to watch it, the way we just show these guys love. We did it to Kobe Bryant. And I told you guys while we were doing the farewell tour to Kobe, a lot of people were mad. Oh, why do we give him all that money? They don't see the big picture. We showing other teams and other players that this is what loyalty is all about. You put in your whole career, you put in your heart and soul for this franchise. We're gonna give it all back to you, Kobe, in a retirement type tour. Yeah, we weren't competing for championships, but we were showing guys like LeBron, guys like Carmelo, guys like that this is the place to be. Even guys like AD. And I told you guys we would land superstars in that moment because I was like, I think Jeannie's a genius. I absolutely love the contract she gave to Kobe. I'm sure the video is somewhere in here. You can look for it. And I told you guys, stars are looking and they're going to come here because of it, because we're a class organization. And what happened? What happened? As soon as Anthony Davis demanded a trade, guess where he wanted to be? Right here, baby. Right here. You don't think the Kobe Farewell Tour had something to do with it? Same thing with LeBron James. It was never a question. He only met up with one team, and that was with the Lakers. Guess where he wanted to be? Right here. Carmelo Anthony, same. Russell Westbrook, he might not have said it out loud, but I knew he wanted to be a Laker. I mean, do you guys remember what they said recently this summer? That the owner of the Wizards told him if he wanted to go to the Clippers, he said, hell no. There's only one real team in LA, and the real LA natives, the real ones, they know what's up. So it's a beautiful thing to be a Laker fan. We're blessed, and this is why we're spoiled, because we treat our NBA superstars especially and our key role players like stars. Carmelo feels like a star. That's why he's playing good. You don't think all them cheers and all that hype is getting him to play even better? Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Trust me, as a YouTuber myself, when you guys hype me up here in the comment section, when you guys show me love and support like you guys always do, it motivates me to go harder for you guys. So it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm telling you, there's only one place like Staples Center. Hey, what's up? What's up, good guy? He's a hell yeah. Who doesn't want to be a Laker? So did Paul George, and his weak ass went to Kawhi and the Clippers. They didn't know what's up, man. Those aren't really, come on, he's from Palmdale, and the other one's from Riverside. They're not really LA natives, man. We know what's up. Melo is a star. No, I'm not saying he's not a star, but at this point of his career, he's playing like a star when he should be playing like a role player. The crowd has a lot to do with that. Staples Center. I mean, if you don't believe me, just look at his numbers on the road versus at home. And I'm not saying he's not capable of playing like that on the road, but I'm saying he hasn't done it yet. And that's because the home crowd has been the sixth man. It's a beautiful thing, guys. Beautiful thing. Dan, I just watched the movie Contact, and it's got me curious. What are your thoughts on aliens? Haven't seen the movie, man. I'm gonna have to gauge the movie first, and then I'll get back to you on that, man. I don't want to give you an educated. I have a very open mind. I don't believe in one thing or the other, but I've seen crazy stuff. Like, people won't believe me, but I've seen UFOs in the sky. Me and my family have. So it's not a crazy topic, actually. I question what they are. What are these UFOs? For those that don't know, UFO stands for an identified object, right, or something like that. But bottom line is it a government thing or is it an out of this world thing? I don't know. I don't have the answers, bro. But it is an interesting subject and it's definitely an interesting topic. Dan, I'm worried for LeBron's injury. At his age, anytime he gets injured, you're gonna worry. But his track record speaks for itself. I think he'll be fine. He heals so quick. He's like the Superman of the NBA. It's weird to see him out, but sometimes I think it's also load management, low key. Like, we feel like, okay, we can beat the Thunder. We can beat a couple of these teams this weekend. Maybe they're load managing them, but maybe it is something serious. I don't know. But I hope for the best, man. Are the Lakers playing tonight, bro? Yes, they are. That's why I'm here. Live stream pregame. As a matter of fact, not just tonight. They're about to tip off in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, guys. So, any final questions before I get off? I'll take a couple more. He said, lots of UFOs in the skies of the IE. So, you know what's up, Martin. You know what's up. Anyone got a link? Follow me on Twitter, man. My information down below, and I'll hook you with a link. Promise. Just DM me. He said, I sub, bro. I got to go back to work, though. I appreciate that, Yogi. Thanks for the subscription, man. Dan, Russell can redeem himself tonight for the last OKC game. He needs to, like the Lakers, the whole team, not just Russ. Yeah, especially Russ, but the whole team needs to play with a fire, man, in their belly. You know what I'm saying? They need to come out here with a sense of urgency and a purpose from the get and let this team know that they're inferior to us. They're a rebuilding team. Let's help them out in their efforts to rebuild starting tonight. We don't need to gift them any more wins that can mess up their lottery chances in the future, right? They're 1-5 for a reason. I'm doing good, Patriot. Thanks for asking, man. Jennifer Wallace. Hi, Dan. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday, Jennifer. Happy birthday. I hope the Lakers get a dub for you and D and everybody on Twitter who's it's their birthday from the Lakers family, man. Much love to all y'all. Lakers gonna win tonight for you guys, hopefully. Although this team is way more unpredictable than the last couple seasons. In the past couple seasons, I could tell you for sure if they were gonna win. Tonight I'm just like, I hope so, man. I'm being optimistic and I pray for it, but you just never know what version of the Lakers we're gonna get. Are we gonna get the sloppy version, or are we gonna get the better version these last couple of games? So let's just hope for the best. And again, let's hope we can put together more than 1 quarter and a half. Any update on AD's ankle? It's been tight and sore from what I'm hearing, but he should be good to go. I mean, I'm not hearing anything about him sitting out or nothing like that. But yeah, he got to wrap those ankles up tight because he's gonna be sore. I think they learned the lesson. Let's hope so, Empire. We need this win tonight to keep building. Are you from LA? Yes, I am from the 310, man. Compton, California in the house. Yes, sir. Born and raised. He said, and Dan, why is Rondo getting DNPs? Well, that's a good question. Good guy, but you know what, Frank Vogel, I remember they did an interview to start the season, and Rondo said that when he came here, they agreed that he would get some DNPs during the season. Rondo's here. Rondo's here for whenever we need him. Okay, and he has no ego at this point in his career. He loves the Lakers, and he gives us his best, his absolute best effort. He doesn't do that anywhere else in the NBA today. So I'm very happy to have him, and I can't wait. Playoff Rondo's a real thing, though. Watch out. I'm sure he's going to get some minutes in the playoffs. Watch. But he'll get like tonight he might play. He'll get days where he's going to play. They definitely got to stretch out LeBron's missing minutes amongst different role players. So I'm sure, but coach is going to have a lot of decisions to make, a lot of DNPs from different players and stuff like that. He said, that's what's up, bro. Fire. I'm from Chicago, man. That's what's up. Shy City in the house. I got friends that live up there, man. Dan, I think he's a problem. He's a big man and wears Kobe's. He needs to wear Kobe's high tops or switch shoes. They're made for guards. That's a good point, Dom. That is a good point. Shoes matter. Hoopers know. Hoopers know. Shoes matter, especially for bigs versus guards. There's certain shoes that me as a guard who likes to play recreational basketball, there's certain shoes that I don't like wearing. And then there's certain shoes that allow me to be mobile without twisting my ankles as well. So it's a beautiful thing, man. You're right. That's a great point. Then I'm working night shift. I will be here for post-game victory video. That's right. That's the spirit, good guy. And we're going to leave on that energy right there because we want to leave out in positive. You know, we got to speak it into existence. We got to put out the positive vibes. Happy birthday to all my fellow Laker fans who today's their birthday, man. Major shout out to y'all. Lakers winning it tonight just for you guys. So I look forward to the post-game. And like my man said, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the like button. And I'll see you guys right here for post.